by hate, concentrate, penetrate, generate, motivate, live by faith, keep believing. I know the reason, it's the season, now's the time. Keep on dreaming, keep on leading, and keep on fighting.
Right now, linked up to Common Core is the PARC test. It is the Partner Assessment for Readiness of College and Career. After reading all of the information about the PARC test, all of our students will be on a computer for 2 hours, multiple days taking these PARC tests to see if our students are college and career ready. However, as a teacher, my evaluation, 1/4 of it depends on the growth scores of my students on these new PARC tests.
Is what might happen if I didn't fight to win. If I lose, then look what's worth dying for. If I win, I only live to fight again. If I lose, then look what's worth dying for.
Every time I introduce what I think is a difficult scientific topic or an abstract scientific topic, and there's so many of them in biochemistry, I always say, I give plenty of examples, verbal, visual, and I try and come up with some metaphor or relate it to something else, athletics or dating or something that the students might remember.
You'll find your way if you're foolish enough to be faithful. Believe me, it won't be easy, but it's surely not impossible.
I was looking at your data, Mr. Dogood. Your scores are down. I am concerned.
I am too. We have reassessed on parts of speech 17 times. I don't know what else to do for them.
Have you differentiated your lessons? You need to differentiate your lessons.
It is a leveled class. I shouldn't have to differentiate. And, yes, I have differentiated my lessons.
It's a level class. You shouldn't need to differentiate.
That's what I just said.
If we lose, then it's worth dying for. And if we win, we only live to fight again.
Well, I think the teacher has a very definite role when children are working in groups. There's a role for the teacher both before, during, and after the children have had this experience. So before they work in groups, we would talk about things like, what is each person's role? What are we expecting you to do during this time?
When all fails and you done tried everything in life, keep your head up, keep your head up.
What is it that makes the professional development effective?
Professional development is really a commitment to continued thinking about your practice, continued thinking about your profession. So professional development pays attention to research, pays attention to current problems arising in the schools and in the communities. And if it does that well, it keeps the teacher intellectually alive.
I have been a teacher for 30 years or so, and always have enjoyed helping folks learn what they want to know. But there's one thing that's got me puzzled, like my brain is getting old. It's how to implement those things called SLOs. Now a student learning outcome is bigger than a skill, and it's more than an objective. by the time it gets fulfilled. In fact, it keeps on growing exponentially until it gets reported to the AACJC. We hired ourselves an expert who gave us a good start. We had lots of workshops and filled out lots of charts. Then returned to our classrooms, determined not to fail our students' expectations with brand new rating scales. Let's say I'm teaching Hamlet and it's examination time. It's not enough to ask why he can't make up his mind. I've got to pose a complex task in Elizabethan prose. Why'd he kill his uncle? Did he flunk his SLOs? They say that there's an order from a guy called Dr. Flex. Well, maybe it's not an order, but more of a request. Please submit your papers, arranged from high to low, to see how well our students have achieved these SLOs.